thinks this only dances over 20 twice. Yes. Well, I have to tell you, our next recipient, I've often said that if this woman did not exist, neither would I. I'm just going to tell you a very brief story. In the late 1940s, Mr. Marge Champion was going to be putting together a new show of 20 unknowns called Lend an Ear. So he sent little Margie, as I used to call her, out looking for unknowns. So she went to the Rodgers and Hammerstein archives. Is this correct? I don't make these things up. So anyway, she goes to the Rodgers and Hammerstein archives and she said, is there anyone that you can recommend? Well, I had been going there for days after days after days. Nobody would hire me. So so they said, well, there's this mousy thing over there called Carol Channing. That's how they referred to me. Isn't that right, Margie? Yes. Yes. So Margie came over and she said, hello, I'm Marge Champion. And I said, I'm Carol Channing. And she said, well, what do you do? I said, do impressions. So she took me over to audition for Gower. But the unfortunate thing was that all the impressions I did were of people that no one heard of. And, well, if you read my book, Just Lucky, I guess, you'll find out exactly who she asked me to do. But anyway, one of our favorite people is here today to talk a little bit about the other side of Marge Champion. She's had the most incredible career, and I am thrilled to welcome to the stage our friend. Oh, I know. That's who I was introducing. Did I say that? Oh, I'm so sorry. I get confused with Mr. Safakis on stage. Safakis. He keeps changing his name. You say Safakis and I say Safakis. They just fit right in, don't they? Ladies and gentlemen, one of our dear friends, Mr. Harvey Evans.
Whoa. I would like to talk about the loyalty of Marge Champion. In 1956, I was in a show in LA, and suddenly backstage there was Gower Champion, and they were my favorites from every MGM movie I've ever seen. And so I had the balls to ask him if I could audition for a movie he was doing called The Girl Most Likely. And he said, yeah. And I got it, but there was this catch-22 thing in LA about you couldn't be in a movie unless you were in central casting, you couldn't be in central casting unless you were in a movie, and so phone calls went back and forth, sometimes at their home, and that's where I talked to and met Marge Champion. Then years go by, and suddenly there's Bye Bye Birdie in the picture, and then there's Hello Dolly in the picture, and then there's a movie called The Bank Shot in the picture, and all the time, if Marge would come to New York and see me in a show, she would write me a note. And I just, I can't tell you how much I value her friendship as a loyal person. And when she did come to New York, she called me and she said, would you partner me at an event? Well, I couldn't do it because of the conflict, but can you imagine partnering Marge Champion? I would also like to say that nobody deserves this award more than her, because she is on every committee, she goes to every performance for every young choreographer, every young dancer. She supports our love of this more than anyone else I know. Marge, congratulations.
We are just lucky to get her today because she has been busy on her book tour. You know, she slept with everybody. That's the name of her book. I've slept with everybody, and oh, I just adore her. Ladies and gentlemen, Sondra Lee.
No. Oh, great. Super. That's for me. How's that? Can you hear me? Ooh.
Yes.
There we are. Okay. Marge. I'm just going to read these notes. I sort of wrote them very quickly last night.
Talk louder.
What?
Into the mic.
Yeah, up a little.
A little bit up a little.
Yeah.
How's that?
Lovely.
Perfect?
Lovely.
Perfect?
Perfect.
Okay. Your Honor, members of the jury, I am here to clarify why Marge Champion is here today. I will explain. The fact is that she is 90 years old and still gorgeous. Marge and Donnie Sadler meet once a week without fail to dance in the studio without fail. Although I must say that when she's fooling around and she's being funny, she says once they've danced full out for an hour, they take the rest of the day to take a little rest. She is on the board, as Harvey told you, on every board of every good dance company if they need her. But they have to be good. Marge is called by everybody Marge. And she still has all her marbles. If you want an appraisal of a dance, a film, TV, or your own work, the background that she has qualifies her to give you whatever opinion and critique she has, whether you like to hear it or not. She's truthful. She plays many roles in the lives of those who know her. And many in this room call her friend or mentor. As long as I have known her, she has more guys around her than Rita Hayworth. Last week I was at a pre-Christmas party and the host presented her and all of his guests with a life-size iced statue of Snow White. Marge Champion was the original model for Snow White. She was also the hippo. She loves soup. She likes large bars of good soap. She is dedicated to her family, her grandchildren, her friends, pets. She is there when you need her. She finds new talent, as Harvey has said. She has brought many copies of my new book. She's loyal. Your Honor, esteemed members of the jury, and the other honored guests this evening, well, what can I say? If she, Marge, is really guilty of all these but a few facts I have given her and given you, I beg you, give her what she deserves. Our respect, admiration, love, and a standing ovation wouldn't hurt. And maybe 90 more years. We love you all. And Marge Champion.